by Potbelly Sandwich Shop. Game day trainers and physical therapists for the Little Rock Rangers are UAMS Orthopedics and Sports Medicine.
But I do a lot. I'ma make a toast, cause we still alive. No big, I feel like Pac. I shoot a shot. I'm coming in hot.
Good evening and welcome to War Memorial Stadium for tonight's USL League II match between Hattiesburg Football Club of Hattiesburg, Mississippi and your Little Rock Rangers. If you are able, please stand and face the flag at the north end for the national anthem. Tonight's starters for Hattiesburg are number 1, Tyler Turner, number 3, Lionel Toro, number 4, Giovanni Soares, number 5, Samuel Moultrie, number 6, Joaquin Rivera, number 7, Diego Navia, number 8, Samuel Deacon, number 11, Ivan Gonzalez, number 17, KG Segura, number 20, Tobias Minkus, and 21, Frank Lovett. And now, tonight's starters for your Little Rock Rangers. Goalkeeper, number 27, Tomas Roblowski. Number 2, Dominic Breidenbach. Number 9, Nacho Diaz. Number 10, Nyasha Dubé. Number 11, John Coca. Number 15, Carlos Beltran. Number 16, your captain, Ethan Garvey. Number 21, Stefano Campisi. Number 22, Daniel Pereira. Number 25, Alejandro Padilla. And number 44, Kivo McConnell. The Rangers are led by Nick Doyle, and he is assisted by Francesco Brunetti, Dylan Perdue, Tyler Maynard, and Ramiro Morales. Get ready, Rangers fans. Kickoff is coming up.
Hello, everyone, and welcome inside War Memorial Stadium for match day 6 of the USL League 2 season and the second matchup between the Little Rock Rangers and Hattiesburg Football Club. I'm Max Coltrane, Daniel Lane alongside me. Daniel, I'll start with the home side. Rangers, 3 straight wins, still unbeaten, still have yet to concede a goal this year. 3 straight 2-0 victories, scoreline they seem to like.
Yeah, really been hot as of late. You know, we've still been leaving it some to the second half. We tend to come out a little more solid, open up as the game goes on. When you have a clean sheet for the season and you're one of only 2 teams in the nation to still have that at this point, I don't think you can argue with the results. So, again, 5 changes. We had 6 changes on Wednesday, 5 changes tonight, 3 games in 7 days. That's to be expected. Thankfully, we have an amazing amount of depth, and I'm really looking forward to seeing Beltran and McConnell at the base of Benfield. I don't think we've seen them together. And, Dubé back on the wing tonight. And really like the way he's been playing off the wing, somebody who was a midfielder for years for us and is all of a sudden putting in really good shifts on the wing. So just really excited to see how this lineup does here tonight.
And as for the visitors, Hattiesburg Football Club come in at the bottom of the table, 5th in the Mid-South Division. We were talking about them a little bit Wednesday when we were looking ahead, and a side that's been unfortunate at times, 4 defeats out of their first 5 games, 3 of those 1-goal games, including a 1-0 defeat to open things up here at War Memorial over a month ago.
Yeah, and I mean it was a very competitive game, as the score line indicates. You know, this is a very solid team. A lot of people weren't really sure what we were going to get out of them, but they've been very solid. Like you said, they hadn't been blown out. They've been in every game they've played, and I expect a nice competitive match here in Little Rock tonight that the Rangers will have to stay tight, play as a team, do just what they're doing right now. You know, you can always see exactly what their formation is and what they tend to do. They're very disciplined and stick to their roles defensively, so keep doing that. Wroblewski, another great performance last week. Just a phenomenal keeper, and this back 4 is the one thing that hasn't changed in the last couple games. You know, Padilla came in for Schnitzler at halftime a few weeks ago, and he's kind of been playing really solid ever since. And so still Breidenbach on the wing, Pereira on the right, and of course the captain Ethan Garvey will pair with Padilla there at center back, and has just been a beast in the air. Pretty much Rangers have been unbeatable on long balls over the top, and really excited to see that this back 4 is starting to gel together. And Padilla's come in and really played fantastically well. He was a surprise for me, and he has not put a foot wrong so far.
And they will have their hands full with Tobias Minkus, Hattiesburg center back, who is always a target on set pieces inside of the area. Hattiesburg a little bit understaffed. They'll be without their French-Canadian striker Matisse Pilon St. Louis, who picked up a red card in the Mississippi Derby against Bria in that 2-0 defeat. So the Englishman Frank Levette gets the nod up top. That's their leading goal scorer out for Hattiesburg. Of course, the Rangers got some bad news as well. Drew Harden, who took that challenge just 6 minutes into his first start of the year, playing in the middle of the park, and some knee damage. He will miss the duration of the season and could even potentially push into the fall.
Yeah, really unfortunate. We saw it at the very beginning of last week. Just a very regular challenge. It's one of those where both guys got to the ball and they both hit the ball at the same time. Nothing dirty at all from the other player. Both of them just playing hard, going for a ball. And he initially got back up, played it with his chest. We thought he was going to be okay. But for him to come off within the first 10 minutes of his first start, you know, growing up playing here, knowing he wanted to come in and make an impact, we had a feeling there was something serious. We talked to him after the game and just wish him the best in his surgery and in his recovery. It's been really fun calling his games and watching him play, and just a really good young man every time we talk to him.
Here's Kevin McConnell. Gets it to Nyasha Dubé and gets the return. McConnell trying the skill there. Nice defensive work from Giovanni Soares.
Yeah, and Campese initially picked it up. I'd be shocked if we didn't see a Breidenbach long throw, and with Ethan Garvey and Padilla coming up into the box, that's exactly what we're about to get. It's a little bit tight from where he is, but I'm sure he'll be able to get it at least to that near post for that flick on, which is what they've kind of been doing as their
There's the
early
offering.
set pitch routine. Oh, that was a really good deep one. That got all the way into the middle of the box.
Nice clearance there from Tobias Minkus, and looks as though the Rangers will get back to it here with a long throw. Ethan Garvey on this one. Oh, holding it up for John Coca. So both center halves in the area here. Crowded 6-yard box for the Rangers.
It's like Coca's queuing one up.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good long throw from Coca.
Back post, Breidenbach, and first save from Tyler Turner. Had to be up to that one.
Yeah, long throw's a really big weapon here for the Rangers. Breidenbach all season, and that was a phenomenal one from Coca. 2 really good long throws back to back. Both of them got into the middle of the box. And, you know, you basically give yourself an extra half dozen to a dozen corners a game if you have someone who can take those long throws. And we have a rich tradition here with former Ranger Ben Watson, who we hear is starting his own team now. Really got the Rangers kind of known for those long throws, and Breidenbach has carried on that tradition really strongly this year with a handful of really good chances created from his long throws.
Yeah, it's funny, the long throw has lived on in 3 different managerial positions. Tactics have changed, team has changed, but that's one that seems to be
it's a no
gone too.
Yeah, it's a no-brainer on this narrow pitch. You know, if you're playing on a really wide field, that can get negated a little bit. When you got guys who can chunk it right into the middle, you know, I mean, they're basically throwing it to the penalty spot every time. It's as good as a corner, if not better, because you're not from as far down on the end line. You have a much better angle throwing it in from a little deeper.
Kevin McConnell trying to find Pereira there. Running out of room here on this fast pitch. Rangers moved up 1 spot in the weekly power rankings that were released from League 2 into the number 13 spot. They're the 3rd highest ranked team in the Southern Conference. And they're holding strong in that top 15. Last year, just 12 teams were taken as qualifying to the U.S. Open Cup the following season out of the USL League 2. It stays around 10 to 14 every year. Rangers hoping to qualify for just the 2nd time in club history.
Yeah, good job of Garvey there, just getting that one away. A lot of times they bring it down and play from the back, but there was a couple of Hattiesburg players pressed up. No need in taking an early chance, just cleared away. And the Rangers were able to come away with it and work it all the way back to him. They'll switch it around. Breidenbach, this is what they've done a really good job of being willing to be patient, drop the ball, switch it around, force the other team to come out of their shell a little bit, and then look for these long diagonal balls.
Great
like
ball, and Dubé gets onto this.
Oh.
Padilla with a nice ball ahead to create the chance, and the Rangers have a set piece out of it here in a corner.
Yeah, that was a great ball. I want to say that was Padilla that sent that one in. Really good ball.
Looks like it'll be Dominic Breidenbach to take.
Yep.
Outswinger here. Haven't seen a whole lot of this.
Both of the big boys coming up in the middle, Garvey and Padilla.
Not crowding the 6-yard box like they do on occasion. Dubé, Nacho Diaz in there as well. Breidenbach's ball in. Finds a Ranger head, but an infraction spotted there by the first official.
Yeah, I guess he called a little bit of a push. I just looked at it on the replay, didn't really see much. But
a lot of bodies hitting the deck so far early. It's been a physical first 6 or 7 minutes here. But too much physicality there inside of the area. Battle in the middle. Last touch on a Hattiesburg player.
Yeah, good and patient here early on from the Rangers, just knocking it around the back. This is what we've seen almost every week. They come out a little slower, staying really compact, staying in their formation, passing the ball around, forcing the other team to get up out of their half, and then trying to hit them deep and get in those chances behind. And then as the game goes on, other team gets used to that and adjust, and we're able to work the ball through the middle really well with a lot of 1-2s. We saw a few really nice ones last week from Campese and Dubé. They're connecting over here on this near side again.
Yeah, Rangers press, working out early, putting Hattiesburg under pressure, and they're able to win the ball back and get back to work. One other Mid-South game going on, Mississippi Bria at home against Louisiana Crew.
Ooh, that'll be a good one.
Yeah, 2 and 3.
Yeah, nice spell of possession here. The legend Beltran keeps it going around to the other side. Looking for an option. Campese making the run. Defender's going to get there comfortably. Nice attempt of the ball through from McConnell. Didn't quite get the weight right of it, and Hattiesburg were able to come away with it temporarily. Padilla and Dubé combined to win the ball back for the Rangers, and they'll knock it around the back again, I'm sure. Attempted to find Diaz, dropping back, didn't quite get his weight on it. Breidenbach is able to do a beautiful job of winning that one back. I think he's going to get called for a shove. He did a great job of winning it back, but then he's extended his arm just a hair at the end, and that's what got him called. Anytime, as they say, you extend those chicken wings, you get those elbows out. Shoulder to shoulder's fine, but you tend to get called when you start grabbing with your hands or nudging them away with your elbow.
Hattiesburg hasn't seen a whole lot of the ball here in the first 10 minutes. Nice bit of skill there. And a long ball over the top. Frank Lovett brings it down, gets around Garvey, goes down, and no penalty.
Yeah, great job of Garvey getting in front of him, using his big frame, slowing down. There's nothing wrong with getting in front of somebody and checking up your run. You're perfectly entitled to do so. Does a good, clean job of shielding and allowing his keeper, Wroblewski, to come out and claim that. Wroblewski, who's been fantastic on the season, another great performance last week. They really had, those 3 chances at the end of the first half and then a couple in the second half where they got through one-on-one, and he's able to just keep his composure, make himself big, and every time get down and stop it. What an idea of a through ball there to Campese. Beltran had him in his sights. The keeper was off his line really quick. If not, Campese would have been away with a look at goal. Here's a good diagonal ball. Really good
Hattiesburg here
ball.
working on the far side. Yeah, you saw the ball over the top just catch the Rangers out for a moment. That was Giovanni Soros and Frank Lovett, who's started every game for Hattiesburg except for the game here at War Memorial earlier in the season. And Lovett was able to bring it down. That was really the first real substantial chance for Hattiesburg in this one as they continue to work here. Joaquin Rivera finds Samuel Mutiri, who tries to switch. It's over Breidenbach's head and a chance, and Tomas Wroblewski makes a clutch save.
What a great keeper.
That fell, and the opportunity was there for Hattiesburg, and Leonel Toro, the fullback, who was through on goal, but Wroblewski staying tall, not allowing himself to get chipped there. And the season clean sheet continues. Wroblewski, although it's just his second year as the Rangers goalkeeper, already most clean sheets in club history. I think tells you a lot about just the times that it's been in these last couple years for the Rangers.
Yeah, he's quickly making his way to the list of, Rangers Mount Rushmore. He's been here for years. Every season he is extremely – it's not just that he's really good making saves, which he is. He's a phenomenal shot stopper, but he's so good playing out with his feet. He's so good coming off of his line. It's really what you see from, the best modern-day goalkeepers in the world, and we're really fortunate to have him here play at the Little Rock Rangers.
Wroblewski was the man of the match against Blue Goose on Wednesday after a couple of key saves as the Rangers marching forward here. Nyasha Dubé looking for options. Dubé is going to have a hit, and it's tame to Tyler Turner.
Yeah, good spell of possession there from the Rangers. Dubé didn't quite get enough direction on it. Keeper was able to make it pretty comfortably.
Nacho Diaz pressing here, forcing Tyler Turner to clear it with his left.
Yeah, Beltran got to it first with his head, tried to get it out there to Coca. Hattiesburg able to intercept.
Well, that was nice from Samuel Mutiri, but never giving up on the play. Dubé sticks a leg in.
I was just about to say you don't see Dubé get turned very often, and sure enough, he kind of set him up to poke it away, and that was really good defending there from Inyasha Dubé.
Switch from Stefano Campisi, taken down from Coca and calmed down back to the captain. Campisi with space here in the middle of the park to try and find a ball.
Acres
Switches on if he can find his man, and he has. With Pereira having a run, Nyasha Dubé, and a crucial challenge there. Dubé still, and Campisi, and Tyler Turner scampers over to it.
Yeah, really good ball there. Really good job of getting to the end line and dropping it back. I really thought Dubé had gotten there first, but the defender slides in at just the last second. And to be fair, I think it was clean. I don't think it was a penalty.
Yeah.
And really good job of defending there from Hattiesburg. It'd be 1-0 from the Rangers.
Yeah, that was Diego Navia there with a well-timed challenge as now a free kick. John Coca taken down there. Ivan Gonzalez, the culprit.
Yeah, I think he would claim he got the ball, but he got the man first. Anytime you go through the man from behind to get to the ball, you're going to get called. Here's the replay. Yeah, Coca shielding him. I don't even think he got a piece of the ball. Definitely a foul. Rangers get it started back. Again, they play it short. They're happy to just knock it around the back until Hattiesburg offers some resistance.
Yeah, they have done the majority of the possession here in this one early on. As they continue to try and find a hole. Mentioned the scoring struggles in the first half. I think all 6 of these 3-2-0 victories, all 6 of those goals were scored in the second half, if I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah, I think so too. It's been a definitely a handful of 0-0 halftime draws that they're able to come out in the second half and get the goals. Really good chance early there from Dubé that we could have had one on. And you see what they're trying to do. You know, they're very defensively solid. They count on Wroblewski coming up off his line to help. They get a lot of chances and goals on free kicks from, you know, Campisi's corners, Breidenbach's corners and throws. And with, you know, guys like Padilla and Garvey, it's not a surprise as to why we get a handful of goals that way.
Yeah.
And then you get the nice little interplay, the 1-2s in midfield. And then obviously the man himself, John Cena, coming off the bench tonight, Ethan Blake. He has been phenomenal in front of goal, just so pacey. He's able to close down on the press and then turn around and get a shot off. Attempt of a long ball there from Don Breidenbach to find Coca. And Coca, as we thought might happen, has now switched over more into the center, and Dubé's gone right and Diaz has gone left. It's fantastic to have players who can play multiple positions, give you that positional flexibility, give the defenses different look. And now they'll switch back when they're out of possession.
Rangers continuing to cause Hattiesburg problems with their press as they turn over possession here again, and the Rangers can try and poke and prod.
Yeah, and I also liked what we've seen on the left from Breidenbach and Coca overlapping. So now we have Coca over here on this near side. Diaz is back at striker.
Here's Kevin McConnell. Padilla with some space to run into. Coca couldn't find Breidenbach. Lionel Toro in the way. Segura for Hattiesburg. Nice skill from the Japanese midfielder. One back by Nacho Diaz, and now there's runners here on the near side. Lalo Beltran wanted to find one, but once again, Lionel Toro, the fullback, in the way.
Yeah, they were hunting in packs right there, and, you know, Coca and Diaz kind of collapsed at the same time. I think Campisi may have been the third man there and are able to win the ball back. They do a really good job of what we refer to as hunting in packs. You know, instead of just sometimes you'll see just one person like a striker aimlessly running around at everybody trying to get the ball. They tend to stay more compact, wait until the opponent gets in a dangerous space, and then collapse on the ball with a couple people at once, and it enables us to get quite a few quick counters. and win possession back in the midfield.
Long ball from Gio Soares, dealt with initially from Pereira. And calmed down one back there by Samuel Mutiri for Hattiesburg. Rangers continuing the high press. Good physicality there from Diego Navia on the ball now, who had that challenge on Yasha Dube inside the area. As that was calm there from Soares to duck away from Campisi and get the ball forward. Nacho Diaz got to that clearance. Campisi brought down, no whistle. Hattiesburg in possession in the middle.
Yeah.
Campisi still in the mix. Here's Segura. Chance. Oh, if he could have found the through ball, and the flag goes up against Frank Levette. There was a chance there for a moment for Hattiesburg.
Yeah, brilliant job of managing his line by Ethan Garvey there. He knew he was the last man back, waited till right before the pass happened to step forward, had the man a step off sides, and is able to thwart a counterattack. We saw him do pretty much the same thing last week in a slightly different situation. These Rangers have such a good job at maintaining their defensive line. No surprise being coached by former Rangers legends like Nick Doyle, Francisco Bertetti, and former keeper Dylan Perdue, that this team is keeping so many clean sheets and that this defense is so tightly drilled and stays so compact. They really move as a unit very well. They communicate and make sure they always have their men marked. And it's been really a pleasure to watch them, especially the captain Ethan Garvey stepping up this year into the new role.
Yeah, they have been sound at the back. Jakob Schnitzler, depth at the center back position, and so much size and physicality. Ethan Garvey, 6'7", Alejandro Padilla, 6'4". A couple of guys with Division I soccer experience at the college level. Press there, and Nacho Diaz getting into the back there of Diego Navia.
Yeah,
Hattiesburg getting underway quickly.
I like the effort. You know, he didn't quite hold it up to keep from fouling, but again, that's what we mentioned a minute ago. They press so hard that a lot of times, even when the guy gets his pass away, he does it under pressure and it's not as accurate. Again, I don't know why people, if they watch any tape of the Rangers, try long balls through the middle with Padilla and Garvey back there, but people do every week, and they just continue to nod them away without much trouble.
Really, the first time I saw that cause trouble was in this match. I mean, when Levitt brought that one down and then had to step for just a second on Garvey, but I agree with you. It's not my plan A if I'm going against the Rangers.
Not at all.
Free kick one there from Nyasha Dube. Second longest tenured Ranger, 7th year in a stag uniform for the man from Hwange, Zimbabwe.
Yeah, having him and Beltran out there, just a ton of experience. Mix that in with the new guys that we've brought in this year. It's a really good mix in this team of experienced veterans and young talented players.
Here is Carlos Beltran, who passed his head coach Nick Doyle for most Little Rock Rangers appearances this past Wednesday. Today making his 67th appearance for the club. Kevin McConnell finding Dom Breidenbach. Campisi. Back to Padilla.
Campisi's so calm on the ball. He always seems like he's closer to trouble than he really is, because he's always setting the guy up for something, and it very rarely doesn't come off. Really good job there pulling the ball back, shielding the defender. He also wins a lot of fouls for that reason. He gets himself in between the ball and the defender and draws a lot of fouls. Really physical player for a guy his size.
See how, that's beautiful from Nyasha Dube, and now there's options. Dube trying to find Nacho Diaz there. Just got the ball bundled up beneath his feet.
Yeah, the cross didn't match the turn, but that turn was world class. As you said, he's so fast, sometimes the ball got in between steps on him and couldn't quite get those long legs sorted out. Hattiesburg have a little bit of a chance to counter here. Rangers do a good job of getting back.
Switch on here. Target is Lionel Toro. Heavy first touch, battling with it with Breidenbach, and Breidenbach wins out. Coca unable to keep that one in play, though. And it will be a Rangers throw.
No,
last
I think
touch.
He's calling a free kick.
Yeah, you're right there. First official calling a free kick.
Maybe one of them got caught on the follow through.
For the Rangers. First official Deshaun Beard tonight.
It was a great job of Breidenbach of laying his body out and winning that ball. Shaking hands with the opposition coach.
Yeah, Guillermo Avila down there. You can see when the Rangers possess just how pinched and squeezed they have Hattiesburg. When they play laterally with these switches around the back, they get their center backs up to the halfway line, and all bodies for Hattiesburg behind the ball. It can get confusing to keep up with your lines in such a tight area. Breidenbach, Lionel Toro there, or Giovanni Soares actually, the center half. First to this one is Frank Levette. Options for Hattiesburg. Overlapping run is Ivan Gonzalez.
No.
Ball played in beautifully, and Gonzalez puts it in the back of the net, but the flag is up, and Hattiesburg, for a moment, had thought that they had cracked the code and scored the first goal against the Rangers here on match day 6. But the season-long clean sheet remains intact momentarily. Oh, he was well onside. Well onside. That's controversial. Just first glance, I'd have to see another look at a replay, but
it was close.
Oh, well onside.
Yeah.
Hattiesburg will think that they have been cheated out of a goal, and they have an argument. But things remain scoreless here, 25 minutes into this one.
Yeah, hopefully the Rangers will take that as a wake-up call. They gave away a few chances at the end of the first half last game and came out a lot better in the second half. We'll see if they can respond from that.
You can see the confidence in the middle of the park from Hattiesburg when they win possession.
Well, that's one thing that offsides goal will do as well, is kind of boost their confidence that they can get one of those counterattacks and get one in the net.
There's a beautifully weighted ball from Frank Levette, just slipped it right by Daniel Pereira, right into the perfect area for a first-time shot. As Kevin McConnell closed down there, Hattiesburg win it in the middle of the park again. Good ball from Mutiri up to Levette. KG Segura looking for options. Breidenbach gets over to that one and earns a side a free kick.
So clever with his body is Don Breidenbach. You see that most weeks. I mentioned it about Campese a minute ago as well. Really good job of winning free kicks. They're complaining about it right now. The Hattiesburg players are.
And I think they've got a point maybe perhaps on that one as well.
Yeah, you get yourself in a position and draw that contact from behind and go down. You really ask a lot of the referee to not call that. It gets called a lot of the times. On that one, I will agree the contact was not very heavy, and I think Dom was on his way down.
Looked like shoulder to shoulder there between Lionel Toro and Nacho Diaz. Whistle blown, though. Free kick for Hattiesburg, maybe makeup call.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what that one was. Makeup call.
Seen some rogue whistles
Could be
so far. And Hattiesburg very unlucky to not be ahead here. Oh, poor ball there from Mutiri, right to John Coca. Now the Rangers can look up. Breidenbach. Coca, Dubé. Back to net. Good defending from Giovanni Soares, and it will be a Hattiesburg throw. Oh, harsh challenge there from Coca on Segura. And Frank Levette, the striker, coming back and helping out Segura to win possession.
good pressure there from Diaz to get a deflection, knock that off path. Rangers will send it all the way back to Wroblewski.
Hattiesburg have been playing with confidence since that goal was chalked off due to offsides. They had the Rangers right in their grasp, just a 1-0 defeat the first time they came to War Memorial over a month ago. They'll be wanting more here. Throw-in goes the way of Sam Deacon.
Yeah, Brian Box pointing out what I was just seeing. Number 3 is in acres of space. Toro over here. He's now having to drop back because the Rangers were able to win a throw-in. Little 1-2 attempt.
Yeah, Lionel Toro, college teammates with Giovanni Suarez and Kevin McConnell, Rangers midfielder. All 3 of those guys teammates at William Carey University in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. So for Kevo McConnell, this fixture provides a bit of a homecoming.
Yeah, and Campese did a good job there. Referee did not agree that he was able to win the ball off of the Hattiesburg player. But as I was just about to mention, you got another switch in formation here. Dubé's come central, Campese's gone wide. I love how just throughout the game they'll see little things and switch positions just to make another run or give another option. And these guys are all comfortable playing these spots. We've seen Dubé start as a number 10 plenty, and we've seen Campese start off the wing plenty. So you still basically have guys in their starting preferred position, even though they've switched multiple times. Coca's started on the right, now he's on the left. Dubé was on the right, now he's in the middle. It's such a smooth job that these coaches have done getting these players to interchange. It's one of the things we liked the most about the Coach Versari era was that any time these guys had to make a change on the fly, they're able to get into a new spot and immediately feel comfortable. That's carried on here through this season, and still 0-0 a half hour through here in Little Rock, Arkansas. Arguably very lucky to still be at 0-0. And they've given away a few more chances in the first half than they have in these last few games. So we'll see if they can get a little more solid and tighten things up as the game goes on.
Yeah, Hattiesburg will have a fire to play with for the rest of this one. After a narrow defeat, the first matchup against the Rangers, and then, of course, that rogue offsides flag earlier in this one, preventing the opener on a play that was close, but upon further review, looked like it should have stood. It was a Yvonne Gonzalez right-footed effort. That was not to be. Here's Kevin McConnell. Back to Garvey. Looking for options, the captain. Gets it into Campese. Pereira looking for a cross. Can't find anything. Hattiesburg parking the bus here. Everybody in their own half. Rangers center backs getting nearly to the halfway line in possession.
Way to kind of slow the tempo down and regain control here for the Rangers.
And this is what Hattiesburg want in the 4-4-2. To defend and to try to come out of here with a result. We saw a couple of counterattacks that were deadly as we get the hydration break here. Temperatures got up to 95, 96 today. It was still 91 at kickoff. So, hydration break in effect.
Yeah, and it'll be one of the first time that our guys have really been in this heat. It's been abnormally cool so far this, late spring and summer. We're really kind of used to it getting a lot hotter a lot early in the season. Has not been warm at all for any of these, and it has not been as warm for any of these games, and these guys are going to have to really stay hydrated and get ahead of this.
As we will step aside momentarily here until they continue.
Nature has created the best water in history. From a time before we started recording it, bottled
just about set to get back underway here. Look at this first half hour or so, and Hattiesburg have come in, and it's been somewhat shocking first half hour. They've done a great job at quieting down the War Memorial crowd here, creating a couple of chances. They've sat back in a 4-4-2, and Rangers have not been able to crack into it. The chances that the Rangers have been able to create have been moments of individual brilliance. Nyasha Dubé on the far side with some skill, and Hattiesburg with a goal chalked off due to offside in controversial fashion. Unfortunate to not be up at this point, I'd say.
Yeah, they've definitely had the better chance, and like you said, the offsides, not offsides. It was a phenomenal opportunity, and they put it in the back of the net. The Rangers have definitely had more of the possession, but we have not unlocked into that final third very many times. The Dubé chance early on is the one that sticks out when he made that run from the ball that was played back to him from the inline. Other than that, it's been a really tight affair, really cagey. A lot of tough tackles in midfield going in. Both teams are happy to sit back in possession.
Rangers still trying to crack into this 4-4-2 of Hattiesburg. Nyasha Dubé taking it himself. Dubé in the area, deflected, and Tyler Turner stayed down to it. Giovanni Soros did a good job there, getting a foot to that one, slowing it down.
Yeah, really good run there from Dubé. Was able to play a quick little 1-2 off his own feet. You see right there around the men, around the other team's player, and just did not quite get his purchase the way he wanted it to. Great job by the defender getting back and getting a piece of it. Dubé with now our two best chances here in the first 35 minutes in Little Rock, Arkansas.
Both really just from individual brilliance there, as Pereira got the nutmeg but not the whistle, and it comes away with Hattiesburg and Ivan Gonzalez. Dubé got a foot in, but it gets to the Hattiesburg man, who nudges it along to Gonzalez. Good ball towards the middle, and Padilla did well there, the center half, and it's going to be a goal kick. Frank Levette was the striker for Hattiesburg in the area. Yeah, really see the potential there on the counter.
Yeah, really good job by the defense of shutting that one down. Padilla coming across and helping out. That could have been really dangerous. And once again, giving them, even though they're not getting much possession, a few really good opportunities in front of goal when they do get the ball.
Soros won the first one. Dubé came crashing in for the second ball, and it'll be a Hattiesburg throw. Mutiri flicks it along, only as far as Kevin McConnell. Here's Breidenbach looking for an option. Back to the Northern Irishman. Lalo Beltran switching play. Good skill there from Stefano Campisi. Rangers starting to ping it around here. Dubé. Flicked on from Nacho Diaz. Dubé on the half volley over the bar.
Yeah, Diaz really put his body on the line to get that potential assist right there. Really good athleticism he showed, able to get that ball down and in the path of Nyasha Dubé. That's now our three best chances coming from Dubé.
But the difference is actually a team chance there. I'd say the first two were just individual skill, brilliance from Dubé creating something. Finally, the Rangers starting to connect and try and break down this 4-4-2.
Yeah, and as we mentioned, it's still 0-0. We see 4 Rangers getting ready to warm up before halftime. Wouldn't be surprised if we see one of those, specifically the man with the taped hand, Ethan Blake, coming in fairly early in the second half. He's been in tremendous goal-scoring form.
Yeah.
I have a feeling if it weren't for the 3 goals in 7 days and him playing a full 90 minutes on Wednesday, he might have started here tonight. And he will look to get on there. Last week, got his nose busted, had to wear 3 different jerseys. Both the goals he scored, he had either a blank number or a different number on the back. At first, the officials didn't want to let him come back on and play with that different number, but luckily he was able to continue. And maybe he should take a hard shot to the face at the beginning of every match, because after that happened, he scored 2 goals and was lights out.
Pereira able to find Campisi,
good
gets the
ball.
return. Oh, that's special. And Campisi looking for a curler to the back post, not able to find it. But yeah, it's always nice to have your leading goal scorer coming off the bench. 4 goals for Ethan Blake in just one couple of starts this year.
Yep. Yep, he has mainly been coming off the bench. Started Wednesday, and I think started one other game early in the season. Nacho Diaz has probably started 1 or 2 more games than he has.
Oh, well done there to bring that one out of the sky from KG Segura. Well, good skill. Segura gets it back. Hattiesburg knocking it around here. Chipped ball towards Toro, and Robluski able to get to it. But you see the creativity from Hattiesburg moving forward. This is something that they've shown more of here in this first 45, I'd say, than in the first 90 minutes they played here a month ago.
Yeah, when they get their chances, they're making the most of them. They've definitely had the better of the opportunities, even though from significantly less possession. And we've seen a few teams now come and play this 4-4-2 and kind of sit back and defend and try and hit the Rangers on the counter.
So free kick, Diego Navia won it for Hattiesburg, as first official going to have a word here with Nacho Diaz. Maybe a final warning.
Looked like he may have also said something to the man from Hattiesburg. I think that was number 7, Navia.
Yeah.
They may be getting a little chippy out there. Coca with some good pressure. It's going to trigger Diaz to come and help.
Mutiri in trouble here, and how to play on Coca.
And that's what we mentioned earlier about them hunting in packs, as you see Diaz kind of sitting off his man a little bit until Coca goes to his, and then Diaz closes his man down. You start eliminating the options closest to him and make him play a risky pass. And that's when you can win the ball back off the counter attack, off of a high press.
Mutiri gave it away. Coca had it momentarily,
Ooh.
and it's given away back as Hattiesburg wanted advantage there with Navia.
Rangers once again working around the back.
Started to create a little bit more here as we've got closer to the halfway mark, as Kevin McConnell taken down there, and Hattiesburg with numbers moving forward. Far side here, it's Ivan Gonzalez running in on Pereira. Cuts back inside, and a left-footed effort there over the bar from Joaquin Rivera, the fullback, cutting inside and getting involved.
Yeah, really good cutback and a nice shot at that far post. Just got it a little too high. A lot of smoke so far. No fire, but these Hattiesburg FC players are definitely putting the Rangers back line through their paces here tonight, and making them earn every minute of this clean sheet.
Yeah, my 2 takeaways from this first period is don't really know where the first goal is coming from or who it will be for, if there is one, and also this does not look like a team that's bottom of the table in Hattiesburg FC.
No, they looked really good last time we played them.
Yeah. Padilla trying to switch, flicked on Pereira there, trying to find the option, and a good work from Joaquin Rivera to get back in, do some crucial defending.
Yeah, great hustle from both of them. By Pereira to keep the ball alive and win it off his man, and then the defender to get back in position, knock it out for a corner. I think that's Campisi that's going to take this corner.
Yeah.
From the far corner.
You know, this is a different corner kick strategy than their A play on the set piece. Usually we see a more crowded 6-yard box and an in-swinger. So a left-footed player taking a corner from this side, but we'll see what the Rangers can conjure up here from the training ground. Good ball in, and Pereira was there, came crashing in, as it looks like it'll go right back for another corner.
Yeah, both Diaz and Pereira were in really dangerous spots to nod that one home. Hattiesburg lucky to not concede on that really sharp corner from Stefano Campisi.
There's a lot of problem causers for the Rangers in the area that can win a header. Dubé, Beltran, and of course the center halves. Another ball in. Pereira the target. And Turner came off his line and was in major trouble, but Pereira just unable to find the net.
Yeah, he's frustrated after 2 headers. He's one in the box, both of them just off of the near post. Unlucky not to have scored on one of those 2 Stefano Campisi corners to Pereira in the middle. And as you brilliantly pointed out, Max, slightly different strategy, not going straight to Garvey or Padilla like you see a lot of the times with those in-swingers, and a couple of really close chances to our first goal.
Garvey wins a header. Dubé was sprung, but Tobias Minkus was there.
Good touch from Campese there to knock that out.
It's with Hattiesburg and Frank Levette, who's dropped back into a deeper position here in possession.
Last few minutes of the half here. Don't know how much stoppage time we'll have with no goals and no injuries.
Fullback battle. Breidenbach won the header against Toro, and Coca has some room here. Closed down by a few Hattiesburg players. Breidenbach battling with Toro again. This time Toro wins out and Hattiesburg have it. Oh, collision there. Harsh challenge. Nacho Diaz trying to press there and getting into the center back, Giovanni Soares.
Yeah, the ref's going to help him up and give him a yellow card. I wondered when he shook off the Hattiesburg player to help him up if he was going to give him a yellow card, and sure enough. And I'm not surprised. Diaz has had a few fouls in a row, getting there late, and he will go in the book for that one.
Yeah, first booking for either side, and I agree, didn't surprise me much. Would have surprised me more had he not been booked for that one.
Looked like it said 2 minutes of injury time just a second ago. 2
minutes. We'll see what happens as this game opens up. Neither side taking too many risks. It's been Rangers majority possession. Hattiesburg in a 4-4-2, trying to counterattack as this one falls for him. Here's Levette. Breidenbach there, battle for it. Coca clears. Rangers can try and break here. Great first touch from Nacho Diaz to spring forward Campese. And good defensive work there. That was the fullback, Joaquin Rivera, getting back. Still a press. And calmly done there. That was the center back, Tobias Minkus.
Good job by getting his body across there. McConnell forcing the contact from behind. Rangers will get a free kick on just the other side of midfield. See if they try and get anybody forward and take advantage of this, or if they're happy to go to half. Looks like they will send the big men forward.
Rangers trying to find the net here. One last chance, potentially, here in stoppage time of the first period. Padilla, Garvey, Beltran, Nyasha Dubé, and Nacho Diaz in the area. Stefano Campese and John Coca just outside. It'll be Daniel Pereira on the delivery. Pereira towards the back post. Garvey gets the flick, still in the mix. Padilla had a hit. Chance still on here as there's a Ranger down just outside of the 6-yard box, and now play stopped for Nacho Diaz.
Garvey not happy about that.
Neither is the Rangers bench, as the first official ushers the trainer to come on here for Nacho Diaz. Not sure if he would have needed it, though. See the challenge. Just coming together.
He's diving in to try and win the ball. He may have hurt himself as much as he was hurt by the other player.
Good to see Nacho Diaz back to his feet. Yeah, no penalty. Nothing in that.
Yeah, Garvey upset. The Rangers would have had a throw-in down here on this corner, and Breidenbach would have launched another one in the middle. Garvey's telling the center official about it right now. I believe he's the captain tonight. If so, he's within his right to do so.
If you're the Rangers at the break, do you make any substitutions or any changes in terms of game plan, risking more?
I'd be tempted to not put in Blake for Diaz. He's on a yellow card, and Blake's been red hot.
Yeah.
That might be the one I would look at. Plus, Diaz just took a little knock right now. You know, he's on the sideline right now with a little bit of a knock.
Yeah. Looks like it'll be a drop ball here.
Yeah, and that's why they're upset. I think they're going to play this as an opportunity. This is where this gets a little iffy.
Usually you pass these back, but the Rangers feel as though they would have had a similar chance.
Yeah.
So ball dropped and play resumed. Coca, touchline running out of room.
It
was a good service, but second too late there from John Coca.
Yeah, Nacho Diaz back on as we suspected. He was fine. Probably should have just played on right there, but not been a great first half for the officiating crew here tonight.
They've been busy, that's for sure. As it's launched there from Turner, and first official blowing the whistle in the face of Dominic Breitenbach there. He was a bit frightened by it, but it's a good note to send us to break. Nothing to separate these two sides. Hattiesburg will feel that they've been cheated out of the opener after a questionable offside decision erased what would have been the first goal against the Rangers. 0-0 at the break, work to do in the final 45.
And that's the end of the first half. Rangers 0, Hattiesburg 0. The Little Rock Rangers would like to welcome everyone to the 2024 Y'all Means All Night. The beautiful game of soccer is meant to be loved, shared with everyone. USL League Two and the Rangers are proud to work together with many other clubs to kick out racism, sexism, and other behaviors that are not welcome in life or in our game of soccer. Tonight we celebrate diversity, equity, and inclusion with our annual Y'all Means All Night, which honors the communities such as the LGBTQIA+ community. New Balance Soccer, MK Distributors and their product lines Fiji Water and Karma Water, Entergy, Flyway Brewing, Wallace Consulting, Encompass Financial Partners, Arkansas Central Soccer Association, The Soccer Post, Midtown Billiards. Tonight's post-game meals are provided by Potbelly Sandwich Shop. Game day trainers and physical therapists for the Little Rock Rangers are UAMS Orthopedics and Sports Medicine.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back inside War Memorial Stadium. 45 to go. This is a script that I've seen before, scoreless after the first 45, Daniel.
Yeah, no surprise that we're at 0-0 again here at War Memorial Stadium at halftime. The surprise is really that a handful of the best chances came from Hattiesburg. Some really good chances from the Rangers there as well. But really excited to see Ethan Blake come on at halftime. He's been in phenomenal form. And we'll see exactly where he's going to play. Looks like he's going to start off on the right. I wouldn't be surprised if he and Coca don't switch back and forth some, along with Inyasha Dubé and Stefano Cambizi. Really, all four of them can kind of float around and play different spots. So this is normally in the second half when they kind of start opening it up a little more and trying to get that goal. And we'll see kind of how they open up here to start the second half.
We had just one substitution for either side, and you were spot on, Coach Dan, with the prediction. It was Ethan Blake in for Nacho Diaz, who was on the yellow.
Yeah, that late yellow card, and then he took a knock right at the end of the first half. I kind of felt like that made the decision easy for the coaches, especially the great form Ethan Blake's been in. Diaz really didn't get a lot of opportunities there in that first half, so give the defense a little slightly different look. And I say this most weeks when he comes on as a sub, I would hate to have to chase someone else for 45 minutes and then run around and chase a fresh Ethan Blake. He is tremendously fast and knows how to use that speed as an asset.
Yeah, he is a goal-scoring machine and has really done his thing at whatever level that he's played at. Started at Columbia College, NAIA level. He was the freshman of the year in his conference and made a Final Four with Columbia College. Last year scored 4 goals for the Rangers in the summer, and then went to Lindenwood at the Division I level, led the Lions in goals with 6 and assists with 2 on his way to a first-team all-conference there. He's already scored 4 times, including a brace on Wednesday here in this season.
Yeah, good job of maintaining possession there by Blake. Gets it back to Pereira, who wins the throw-in, and now they will switch it around. Probably send it over there to Brian Bach.
It was a sturdy 4-4-2 and no changes for Hattiesburg, as the Rangers were able to create but haven't found the opener. Given away in the middle of the park there. Hattiesburg with Deacon.
Yeah, Coca had tried to find Beltran but didn't quite get the angle correct. Led to the turnover. Luckily for the Rangers, Hattiesburg knock it out of bounds. We'll get a throw in and get possession. Dubé will look to get down that side. Great release ball. Trying to get Stefano Cambizi back in. Hattiesburg do a good job of coming across to contain that. But that's, I think, what we may see a little more of is the Dubé-Cambizi connection. Blake over here on the near side getting involved with Cambizi as well. They've had a few goal and assists to each other so far this season.
Nice weak-footed ball there, and Alejandro Padilla, the center half, can run in. Tried to find Coca on a lateral run. Cleared away from Lionel Toro. Pereira fouled there from behind. Frank Lovett, the culprit. Garvey complaining about Lovett's positioning there, standing over the dead ball.
Yeah, I do believe you're supposed to request the 10 yards, though. I guess his point was if the man was standing right over the ball, he should have told him anyways. But
Kevo McConnell trying that Travella ball, just didn't have a runner. It was put into a pretty good area, but Tyler Turner off his line and 2 at first. Rangers have had a flair for the dramatic here at home this year. Their winner against Hattiesburg in their home opener didn't come till well after the 70th minute. Their last 6 goals have come in the second half. It's the last game here at War Memorial Stadium for the Rangers in just about a month. They have 3 contests away from home before traveling back and taking on Louisiana Crew here on the 6th of July. That'll be a date circled on the Rangers' calendars. Crew sitting in second place in the Mid-South Division, 3 points back of the Rangers with a game in hand. Long switch, and Breidenbach gets there, but Leonel Toro stays right there with him and clears it away. Nice work there from the fullback. Ooh, giveaway here in the attacking third. Ethan Blake onto this one. Blake, beautiful ball. Stefano Campisi.
Blake to Campisi, Campisi back to Blake. We just mentioned the connection they've had coming on. Blake as a substitution. Stefano joining in the You Can't See Me, followed by a Swee. Great goal from the Rangers. We're about to see the replay here. Really good job of coming through the midfield. Really good turn by Blake and a really unselfish goal, getting it back to Campisi, who did a great job of staying on sides. 1-0 Rangers, 49th minute. Another second half goal after a first half clean sheet and 0-0. And the formula has worked so far for Coach Nick Doyle, who's having a word with McConnell, making sure everybody knows where they need to be right now. And another perfect result so far for the Rangers, doing exactly what they aim to do. And we saw Blake warming up and thought he might come on and make an impact, and sure enough, he and Campisi link up beautifully for a 1-2 return ball in the middle that leads to Stefano Campisi with a far post strike from the far side of the field.
It's the second goal of the season for Campisi, fourth goal involvement, second assist for Ethan Blake, sixth goal involvement for Blake already, and we're only on match day 6 as a foul there. Carlos Beltran going over the back of Ivan Gonzalez. And you feel for Hattiesburg, what would have been the opener chalked off offside flag in controversial fashion in the first half. They thought they had cracked the code and scored the first goal against this Rangers side all year by any team. But now they have to play from behind with 40 or so minutes remaining.
Yeah, it was a really great finish there from Campisi. He's lit up the score sheet every week. Ethan Blake as well. I would say the two of them, you know, either with goals or assists, have been responsible for well over half of the Rangers' goals this season.
You know, you think back to that playoff run last year for the Rangers and that legendary Ethan Blake equalizer against now Brave Soccer Club in the national quarterfinal. It was Stefano Campisi off the chest to Ethan Blake on the half volley. Not only a clutch goal to keep the Rangers' playoff hopes alive at that time, but a precursor into what we would be seeing here this season between the two.
Yeah, and talk about positional flexibility. Blake is now over there on the left, Campisi's on the right, and Dubé's playing as a number 10. So just always giving the other team something different to look at. You get done conceding a goal with the link-up play from Campisi and Blake, all of a sudden you got a fresh Ethan Blake coming over to the other side of the pitch to run at a tired defender. So
it's difficult if you're man marking to know who your man is if they're switching at all times. As asking the question there was Joaquin Rivera. Last touch on Daniel Pereira. Hattiesburg here with the throw. Filippo Fazzi warming up. Jakob Schnitzler as well for the Rangers. Lovett ran into Pereira. Coca's ball unable to find Campisi.
yeah, Coca's got a couple of those drop back passes wrong so far in the second half. He has pretty much exclusively played as a striker since Ethan Blake came on and Diaz went off. Blake's been playing off either wing.
Dubé won that one for the Rangers, but ran out of room.
And a couple more Rangers players down there going through their paces, looking like they're not too far from coming on the pitch. I think that might be Filippo Fazzi. And maybe Schnitzler? Who's the other guy warming up?
Schnitzler was warming up. Von Essen warming up as well. Rangers thinking about substitutions here soon with the lead now. They've yet to concede all year. Only Ventura County Fusion, the only other club in this 128-team USL League 2 left yet to concede.
Yeah, it'll probably be Von Essen for Coca and then Fozzie for McConnell or Beltran.
Breidenbach's throw picked off. And a foul there on Kevin McConnell.
Yeah, I don't think at 1-0 with this much time left they would be making a positional change necessarily and like getting on an extra defender or anything. Probably just a couple of like-for-like switches, getting fresh legs on. You know, this Rangers coaching staff would like this team to go ahead and get another goal and get a 2-goal lead here in the second half.
Hattiesburg had shown in the first half what they can do in terms of creation. No lead safe, but certainly not just a 1-goal lead. Turner now, Rangers not pressing as high as they were in the first half when things were still level.
Surprise, the long ball to the middle is won by Ethan Garvey and was not successful.
Hattiesburg in possession. They were first to that second ball. Pereira up for the header. Unable to win out there against Navia. Back with Tobias Minkus. Tries to find Lionel Toro there, but runs out of room there with Breidenbach defending. Breidenbach transferring to the University of Memphis in the fall. He'll play under former Rangers coach Kevin Tello. A few of these Rangers transferring to Memphis. Alejandro Padilla will be a Tiger as well in the fall as he plays the ball to his soon-to-be collegiate teammate Breidenbach now. Ooh, giveaway there from Kevin McConnell, but heavy ball there on the first-time effort. And nothing doing for Hattiesburg. That could have been a chance.
Yeah, Garvey and Wroblewski were both aware. I think they would have been able to mitigate that. But, again, we saw this in the first half. We will have long spells of possession, and if we don't get a goal out of it, all of a sudden Hattiesburg will nick one away and either get on a counter or get a quick opportunity. And really going to have to stay on our toes and hopefully go ahead and get a second and put this one to bed. I don't think they'd want to have to sweat a 1-goal all the way to the wire here.
Here is Padilla, Rangers probing away against this 4-4-2. Campisi to McConnell, but instead finds Frank Lovett tracking back.
Campisi with a couple
few
fouls.
Yep.
He's like, if you're going to call this, I'll do it again. One of those professional fouls, just see a dangerous attack forming and you'd rather get called for a foul at midfield than have them potentially get a through ball.
Hattiesburg knocking around the back now. They've grown into the game, certainly, as here's a chance. Lovett has an overlap, cuts inside instead. Dealt with there, Lalo Beltran in the right place. And it was Diego Navia making the run here on the near side. Still begging for the ball. Overlapping run, here's Deacon. Chance for Hattiesburg, bodies in the area. Garvey wins the header, initial clearance made. Only as far as Toro. Lionel Toro, work to be done there for Wroblewski, who did not get a touch, I believe, as some substitutions here for the Rangers. And it is Filippo Fazzi coming in for Kevin McConnell. And it'll be Aiden Von Essen coming in for the Rangers. Coca off.
Yeah, as we expected. Fozzy's been fantastic in the middle of the pitch so far this year. He's been great defensively. I would say McConnell's a little bit more of an attacking threat. Fozzy's someone who's extremely sound defensive, who can still give you, something going forward. And I'm not at all surprised to see Filippo Fozzy to come on and see this one out.
Fozzy had an assist. He assisted Ethan Blake on Wednesday with a beautiful in-swinging ball that provided the Rangers their opener. He's got a chance to do some more creation here with over a half hour left in this one plus stoppage time. Von Essen got his first start of the year on Wednesday. Rangers cycling through their depth. The forward from Newcastle, New South Wales, Australia.
Real luxury for the Rangers to have guys like Blake and Wynn and Fozzie and Von Essen, Schnitzler coming off the bench.
Garvey's long ball trying to find Pereira. Numbers here for the Rangers. All of a sudden, Blake gets onto this one. He's got Dubé with him. Blake cutting in.
Be a foul.
No foul.
Yeah, well,
As it was. No arm raise, but an advantage was played there from the first official. Pace of Ethan Blake causing more problems.
he always does that. He wins at least one or two of those every game we see. He's just so quick and has such a low center of gravity that he puts you in positions where you don't have a choice but to foul him. And the Rangers will get a free kick here.
This one's in a good area here. Stefano Campisi excited to take this.
Garvey going up.
Yeah, the usual suspects in the area for the Rangers as the home crowd ushers on the Stags here. Trying to stay undefeated here in this Mid-South division and go 6 points clear at the top. Campisi, dangerous ball just above Alejandro Padilla there. Couldn't get the head to it, and it was dealt with from Tyler Turner.
I mean, that was a beautiful ball from Stefano Campisi. Really good attempt at a jump and header there. Just maybe it's just a really good job by the keeper. You really thought that might have been 2-0.
Yeah, there were more options behind Turner if he wasn't able to get a touch to that. It'll be a long throw here from Dominic Breidenbach. Heavy hitters on the front post. It's in the area. Dubé, chance still alive for Ethan Blake. Gets it to Campisi. Ball back in, and it's cleared away. Good work from Tobias Minkus. As Fozzie with some physicality able to win inside the throw.
Yeah, real smart play there from Fozzie.
Rangers asking more questions now since the substitutions. Breidenbach having a run. Trying to slip one through to the newly entered Aiden Von Essen. It'll be a throw for Hattiesburg.
Good job
Ball
by the
one.
Rangers of winning possession. Dubé comes away with it to Campisi. Great 1-2.
Oh, that's beautiful from the Rangers. As Campisi gets a touch there to the boot of Giovanni Suarez.
Yep, just a hair late trying to win it back after a beautiful 1-2 he did. Coming through the middle there, got his final pass just a hair wrong. Tried a little too hard to win it back, commits the foul.
Rangers pressing and forcing the mistake. Breidenbach and Garvey combining to win possession there. And now they reset and spread out. Under hit there from Breidenbach, and Padilla just has to boot it clear. Blake gets his head to it. Von Essen, great physicality. First time ball back to Ethan Blake, who has pace, cuts it back.
Yeah, that
looking for options.
That Campisi-Blake connection again springs another opportunity.
Rangers getting bodies forward to the back post. Oh, Fozzie, great touch. Campisi back to Fozzie. Towards the middle, Blake was there. Chance still alive and cleared away. KG Segura, the winger, back to clear.
Oh, I think the keeper got a touch to that cross is the only thing that stopped that from being a Rangers 2-0.
Tyler Turner's had a pretty nice night in net, but he's been busy since the substitutions. Rangers still in possession.
Yeah, Fozzie's been really good since he's come on.
Garvey looking for options to come near him. Found Dubé. Rangers trying to catch Hattiesburg out of shape. Long ball. Nicely done there from Tobias Minkus. Calm at the back for Hattiesburg. Oh, good physicality there. A little tug of the shirt and nice skill. That was Diego Navia, who's been at the center of things for Hattiesburg, getting into it with Filippo Fazzi, and first official, Deshaun Beard, having none of that.
Yeah, Campese comes over there to kind of get in between and help him walk away. When you're winning 1-0, there's no need to get involved in that. Nothing good's going to come from it there. So even though I do believe the Hattiesburg player kind of started it by shoving the ball at Fozzie, definitely want to just turn around and walk away there. Don't get any kind of stupid yellow card or, heaven forbid, a red card in that situation.
First official still having words with Diego Navia.
A full conversation here about this. Coach is involved as well.
Looks like there'll be a substitution here for the visitors. Rico Dugan coming on in place of KG Segura.
Campese will use this opportunity, come get a quick drink. Brunetti always does a really good job at making sure these guys stay hydrated whenever they get these little miniature breaks.
Hattiesburg haven't gone away since they've conceded. They've had plenty of reason to hang their heads after a controversial disallowed goal on an offsides in the first half, but have continued to create chances, continued to really grow into this game, play a possession style. Rangers have had some good chances in the last 5 or 10 minutes since a few substitutions. As Ethan Garvey boots that one into the stand. Oh, Fazzi beat to that one. Ivan Gonzalez, tried to get it to the middle, but Ethan Blake doing some defensive help. Rangers could have bodies here. That was a high boot. Play on. Fazzi battling for that one. Hattiesburg went out. Ivan Gonzalez doing more dirty work for the Thunder.
Good pressure up there from Von Essen. He is kind of by himself right now, so really like for when one to go, the rest to go.
Hattiesburg trying to break down this 4-2-3-1 for the Rangers. Breidenbach clearing. Still plenty of time for the visitors to try and find their equalizer. They've been the first team to put the ball in the back of the net against the Rangers all year. Just disallowed due to the flag. Mutiri, near side here. It's Lovett and a deeper position. Back to Mutiri, who's closed down by a few Rangers, and it's cleared out.
Yeah, Dubé had him stood up, and Campese came in with a late challenge to help knock that away. I think the Hattiesburg player, is he just tying his shoe, or is he? Okay, he's just putting his shoe back on. He's fine.
It hasn't been quick enough here from Hattiesburg. They've gotten closed down in these tight positions as Mutiri trying the switch there to find the newly entered Rico Dugan, but instead finds the safe hands of Tomas Robluski.
Yeah, he intelligently just lets it fall, doesn't grab it until one of the players runs up to him. Just anytime you have a lead after the 60th minute, if you're the keeper, you want to just let it run before you touch it. Milk a little time off that clock.
Header won by Minkus and out for a Little Rock throw. Fazzi combining with Pereira. Good work there from Mutiri, and it'll be out of play. Little Rock throw. Hattiesburg's bench doesn't like it. Guilherme Avila, the head coach, amongst the crowd that's displeased. The Brazilian, also an assistant coach at William Carey University in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. Former captain there, first team all-conference player. He's the assistant coach of Kevin McConnell, who just got substituted off for the Rangers. Yasha Dubé getting to that one first. And getting it back from Pereira. Looking up. Trying to find Blake on the switch. Fotze unable to get the first touch to it, and that'll be a free kick for the visitors. Pace has slowed down here as we enter the 70th minute. Campese up top pressing with Von Essen. Minkus and Soares passing it around. Sam Deacons dropped into a deeper position. Here he is on the ball.
Yeah, and Rangers are fine with this. Look, when you're leading in the second half, if the other team wants to take some time, they get a little desperate there, try and force one through. Really good attempt at a pass, but Rangers defense was up to it. Was that Padilla? Did a really good job of getting his weight right.
Oh, here's Lionel Toro, chance for Hattiesburg. He won it off of Breidenbach, and it falls for Toro again. Just unable to find Rico Dugan. Breidenbach now will just boot it clear.
Yeah, Breidenbach went down kind of hard and grabbing towards his knee. I was a little worried at first, but he was able to hop right back up when the ball came back to him, and so he will play on.
Yeah, Breidenbach just having words there with Sam Deacon after the fact. Here's Rico Dugan, the substitute. Tried the skill there, but found Pereira, who was taken out there by Frank Lovett. Just a free kick.
That free kick will give us a chance to get to our second Viking clap of the night. Rangers faithful noticed the same lull in action as we did, decided to go ahead and get the Viking clap going, get the fans up off their feet and involved in this match. Really good home crowd here tonight on a somewhat hot Saturday night in Little Rock, Arkansas.
Yeah, this might be the biggest crowd I've seen here this season. Good work there from Von Essen on the press. Wins the throw. Hattiesburg overall have done a good job of taking the crowd out of it. This is definitely the most hostile atmosphere in the Mid-South Division. As Dubé here in the attacking third, trying to find a seam and out of play on Mutiri. And Hattiesburg in the first half did well. Absorbed Rangers' pressure. They were unfortunate not to go up, but combination between Stefano Campese and Ethan Blake in the second half, and just 4 minutes after the break, provided something for the Stags faithful to cheer about. And they're trying to guide their side to victory here. 18 minutes plus stoppage time. Combination here, Dugan does well, finds Navia, who has been excellent for Hattiesburg.
Yeah, got a little help from the official shielding Beltran just a little bit.
Joaquin Rivera there unable to find Dugan, and this one falls for Campese. Game's starting to free up a little bit more here. Breidenbach going on a run. Great first-time ball to Ethan Blake, and he's continued his run. Blake playing it into Von Essen, who's running head full of steam if he can get there. Back squared, and that's a great save from Tyler Turner there, as that one was right into the path of Ethan Blake.
Really good interplay there from Blake and Von Essen. Really thought that pass back was weighted perfectly. Keeper full stretch does a good job to get out there and stop that from being 2-0. And once again, Ethan Blake involved. Not a surprise.
And he hustled back as well to win possession back for the Rangers, who will go again here. Try and find the nail in the coffin here for Hattiesburg. Couple of substitutes with Francesco Brunetti near Little Rock's dugout. Garvey, middle of the park, Fotze, unable to find Dubé, but it falls for Von Essen, and the Rangers continue their charge. Nyasha Dubé, great ball to the feet of Von Essen, who takes on his man. Dubé taken out, but ball, says the first official, and we play on. That was good defending from Tobias Minkus.
Yeah, Dubé also got a shove there late from one of the Hattiesburg defenders and a hand gesture on his way away.
Hattiesburg in possession now, trailing 1-0. Plenty of time left to try and find their equalizer. If this were to finish 1-0, they would feel cheated out of a result. After a disallowed goal in the first half that looked onside. Giovanni Suarez, Mutiri. Space for Navia, who's caused the Rangers problems. Nice ball from Navia. And Sam Deacon was fouled there a little bit too much from Ethan Garvey, I suppose, in the back of the Englishman. Garvey can't believe it, but it'll be a set-piece opportunity here for the visitors.
Yeah, sub here for Hattiesburg. Number
Couple of subs
9
coming
on for number 8.
Colby Godbolt and Felix Roca coming on.
What a name, Godbolt, huh? We've played against him before, and if your kid's going to be a soccer player, there's not much better of a last name for you.
So it's an opportunity here for Hattiesburg. They haven't had many since the Rangers brought on a few substitutions. They started the half on a high note, but after going down have not caused many problems for the Stags. It's the center half, Giovanni Suarez, standing over this. See if he gives this a go. Suarez towards the back post. Robluski does a great job, not just to get to that, but to hold on to it with rebounders in the way.
Yeah, that would have been easily put back in if he didn't field that one cleanly. And those that are popping up off the turf as you come down to them are the ones that are the hardest to field cleanly. And just really speaks to how special a keeper Thomas Robluski is back there.
Yasha Dubé chasing this one, trying to cause a problem here as Rico Dugan runs into Fotzi and the Rangers have it. Ethan Blake with pace.
Yeah, really good job at Ethan Blake. He's been phenomenal since he's come on. We got a Hattiesburg player down. Don't know if he just got clipped away from the ball or if that was from something that happened on a previous challenge.
I believe it's Lionel Toro, the fullback.
I think he
Oh
may
no,
have
it's Diego
wanted
Navia.
Yeah, he seems to be a little unhappy that he didn't get a call there. Possibly wanted a booking. And Max, I think we may have that light issue again.
Yeah.
You know, the players in the middle of a pitch only have a shadow on this side, so I think that the light is not coming from above us. I think we're going to have a water break.
Yeah, saw a delay on the lights last Saturday, as now the final hydration break with 12 and change before stoppage time, as we'll step aside momentarily here before finishing out this one. 1-0 Rangers. Set to get back underway here, 80th minute. Rangers holding on to a 1-0 advantage, trying to stay undefeated here in the Mid-South Division. After this for the Stags, they have 2 on the road at Blue Goose in Shreveport. Almost a month away from home for the Rangers. After this for Hattiesburg, they play at Mississippi Bria and then at home against Blue Goose.
Yeah, Dubé did a good job of either touching that one off the defender or really selling it and convincing the line judge he had, and that'll be a Rangers throw-in.
But both of these sides' focus and energy will be on this final 10 minutes plus stoppage time. Hattiesburg will feel cheated out of a result here in controversial fashion as a couple of substitutes here set to come on for the Rangers.
The first appearance that I can think of from Alex Kiss so far this regular season.
It will be.
Coming on for Breidenbach, I assume.
Yep, the fullback, Alex Kiss from Las Vegas, Nevada, playing his college soccer down the road at University of Central Arkansas. 28 appearances in the last 3 years for Kiss, who will fill in at the left back position, and Jamie Wynn coming on as well.
Was that Campese that came off?
Believe it to be, yep.
Yep.
Campese.
That'll probably shift Dubé into the number 10 role and have Wynn playing off the wing.
Cleared away there from Turner. Dubé was in the area.
And, yeah, these guys have played so many minutes. We've mentioned it before, 3 games in 7 days. Not surprised to see someone who normally plays the full 90 every game, Stefano Campese, come off.
Blake towards the back post. That would have been quite the introduction there for Jamie Wynn. It breaks for Mutiri. Numbers here for Hattiesburg moving forward as they're going to have to start risking more. I'm sure that was in the team talk with the hydration break from head coach Guilherme Avila.
Yeah, they're finding a little space in the middle right now. Blake and Dubé do a good job of dropping back in to give us an extra couple of guys defensively. Dubé will come away with possession. They look to release Von Essen, didn't quite get the weight right on it. Hattiesburg will cycle it back through their keeper and over to the far side.
We've seen plenty of late drama here at War Memorial Stadium this season. See how much Hattiesburg has left in the tank, whether they can find an equalizer. They've looked dangerous in moments. Have had their opportunities, most coming in the first period. Hattiesburg trying to avoid their 4th 1-goal loss in their first 6 games. If the result stands, they will have lost 5 of 6. But not by wide margins. It was 1-0 here earlier this season. And that's the result here at the moment.
They're a very solid team.
Oh, won the ball back cleanly. Here's a chance. Hattiesburg having a hit, and Robluski up to the task, but that went over the bar anyhow.
Yeah, I'd wager, I guess, that Robluski's not going to get beat very often from that distance. Rangers, as much as they don't like conceding that quick turnover leading to a shot, that's probably a shot they don't mind too much coming from outside the box. Yeah, little off frame anyways, but as Max mentioned, Robluski had it covered.
It wasn't a bad hit from Joaquin Rivera, but winning the ball in the attacking third, you want to make sure you put the ball on net. Find a way to really create a quality chance. Something that Hattiesburg hasn't had a lot of here in the second half. Rangers in no hurry. Passing it around the back, trying to see this one through. Garvey. Wynn was the target. Brought down nicely there from Tobias Minkus. Oh, good ball from Soros. Roca getting involved. Under hit the pass. And it falls here for Aiden Von Essen, who can run head full of steam before cutting back. Oh, good ball from Von Essen. That sets Pereira. Unfortunate deflection, and it's off the front post. Dubé over the bar.
Yeah, really good job of working down this near side. Unfortunate that we didn't get a goal there. Took a deflection. We see the replay right here. Plays it with his right foot. The defender gets a touch on it, and the keeper had to be at full stretch doing the splits at that near post to keep it from being 2-0.
Oh,
Oh,
nice
great
touch from
play.
Ethan Garvey, calming things down. Captain. Combining with Filippo Fazzi as the Rangers try and dribble through this press. More of a 4-2-3-1 now defensively from Hattiesburg out of that hydration break. Trying to get more aggressive here. Running out of time, the visitors. Great switch there. Padilla to Pereira, who gets the grunt to that one, and play immediately stopped for a head injury. Here's just a ball to the face there on a clearance.
Yeah, we saw something similar happen to Ethan Blake last week.
Yeah, not fun for Pereira, who's still down.
I think he might be holding his nose like Blake was, looking for blood either on his nose or from his eye.
Hopefully this isn't anything severe for Pereira, the Portuguese fullback.
I think they're signaling for a change. Or maybe they're asking them to get him a different jersey. Yeah, they're asking for a different jersey. Let's see if this will be an issue like it was for Blake.
Yeah, probably a different size than Ethan Blake. Pereira, 6 foot 175. Blake, 5'9". They've got a backup shirt there, Francesco Brunetti, and the head man, Nick Doyle, there helping out their fullback. The numberless kit for Pereira, who seems keen to get back involved.
Getting your different shorts.
He'll have to do a full wardrobe change. Still tending to the blood here after Pereira took that one to the face, and we'll get back underway with Mutiri, who switches it.
Why are they not letting him back on?
You know, Toro, oh, nice reception there from Rico Dugan, the substitute, with Alex Kiss on him. Good ball.
I just waved him on.
Love it. Back to Dugan. Pereira coming back on. Dugan has a hit, but leaned back. Hattiesburg asking questions, but running out of time. 2.5 minutes plus stoppage time left for the Thunder to try and get the equalizer and score the first goal against the Rangers all season.
Yeah, if there was 2 minutes of stoppage time in the first half, we've had more subs and a goal in the second. I would think maybe 4 minutes.
Hattiesburg will take as much as they can get. Rangers just trying to hold on here. Jamie Wynn fighting for this one. Mutiri wins out. Wynn gets back and causes problems there for Coldy Gottbolt, but it'll be a Hattiesburg throw.
Such a good name there. Rangers keeping this tempo low, trying not to leave themselves open to any kind of counter.
Ball back with Tyler Turner. Samuel Mutiri, the midfielder, in a deep position, trying to create. Playing the switch. It's a good ball. And it's taken down, and it'll be a throw for Hattiesburg. Rico Dugan fighting with Alex Kiss there. See if Hattiesburg try a long throw here. Limited space there in the corner here.
I think they will.
Towards the front post.
Short.
See what Hattiesburg can cook up here off the training ground, and that's offside there on the center back, Tobias Minkus, who will be coming forward more here in stoppage time. It's the center back who can score. 5 goals for Minkus in his college season last year.
Yeah, and the Rangers continue to be tremendous with that offsides line. They all move up at the same time. They continually get people from the other team offsides. And at this level, that only happens when you really have your unit tight. Most of these guys know to play just a step off the offsides line so they don't get those calls, and the Rangers just continually win offsides multiple times a game every week.
And Minkus, who played center back really the entire game, has moved to the front lines alongside Frank Lovett here in the latter stages, as Nyasha Dubé doesn't know it yet, but he will be subbed out, or he does. He's just going to go out of play here on the far side as Jakob Schnitzler gets into this one. That's an extra defender on in place of a midfielder, so Rangers not trying to risk anything here, just trying to see this result out. Hattiesburg, do they have one more chance? 6 added minutes. There's certainly time for one. Ball over the top, too heavy, and Wroblewski has it. 6 long minutes for the Rangers to try and stay undefeated here and go perfect in this 3-game homestand. As Wroblewski didn't get the best connection there to that one for Jamie Wynn, but he gets to it. Wynn battling with Mutiri, tangle of bodies and then legs and no whistle, and Hattiesburg come away with it. Navia closed down. Joaquin Rivera, a couple of Rangers players on him.
Might have been a little bit of
it
a
will be a
dive.
Rangers throw. Was wondering if there was going to be a whistle there for a challenge, and it'll be a yellow card for Filippo Fazzi for time wasting there, putting the ball down.
Yeah, it's one of my least favorite yellow cards.
First official, Deshaun Beard, making sure he's on it with the time wasting here as we enter into stoppage time. Aiden Von Essen chasing this one. Tyler Turner gets there first. Mutiri for Hattiesburg. They had a goal chalked off on a controversial offside decision in the first half that would have been the opener. It would have been the first goal scored against the Rangers all year. And they're trying to find the back of the net here and equalize things. They've provided the Rangers just about their biggest test in both of these contests between these two sides here at War Memorial Stadium. Long throw towards the 6-yard box. Wroblewski has it. And Alejandro Padilla getting the crowd involved.
Yeah, the referee takes a long, hard look at Wroblewski every time he goes down after winning one of those balls, making sure he plays it quick.
Well, that one just
Good ball.
bounces for Ethan Blake to run onto, and Von Essen was there as well. That was calmly done in the end from Gio Soares.
And we see Blake sprinting to get back. That's what I love about this Rangers team. It speaks a lot as to why they've been able to keep so many clean sheets, is their attacking players always do their work and track back.
Play continuing, and nobody knows who the throw-in is, and it'll be a Rangers throw, and Guilherme Avila and Hattiesburg not fans of that decision. Hattiesburg had taken the throw quickly. There was no signal from the first official, from any of the officials, as to who won that throw-in.
Crowd getting loud here in Little Rock, Arkansas, making some noise on the controversial call.
Red Watch trying to help their team to victory. Dugan's touch is heavy. Finds Alex Kiss, who leaves no doubt and clears it away. 3 of 6 added minutes have been played. Joaquin Rivera, who's looking more like a center back, with Tobias Minkus all the way upfield. Ball towards the area. Wroblewski calling for it, and he has it. Hattiesburg have been struggling with these balls over the top.
Yeah, and I know you get desperate when it gets late, but I felt like they didn't have to immediately go to just long balls straight to Wroblewski every time. You know, to get it over Ethan Garvey's head, you have to hit it pretty far, and Wroblewski's just going to lap those up all night.
And if you do anything, do it short, you know, to where Wroblewski can't get to it. Because even if Garvey or Padilla wins a header, there's a chance for that second ball.
Correct.
Which Hattiesburg have done a pretty good job of in this game. Throw in for the Rangers. They'll be in no hurry to take it. Pereira's there. Hattiesburg pressing. Looks more like a 3-3-4 as they throw caution to the wind here to try and find their equalizer.
Yeah, Rangers have gone to a back 5. They've gone to a back 3.
Joaquin Rivera throwing in. A couple of minutes of stoppage time. 6 added minutes left. Pereira defending. It falls here for Hattiesburg, and they have themselves a corner. Felix Roca, the substitute, doing well. Bodies forward here for the visitors. 7 in the area as Giovanni Soares, the center back, coming to join. Keeper coming up. Halfway at least, as that one out of play, and it'll be a goal kick. Wroblewski will be in no hurry. I think there's still a little bit of game left in this, a minute or two, but we'll see what the first official's watch says here as Wroblewski takes this one. And that'll be a yellow card for time wasting. Second one for the Rangers. Fotzi earlier, and now Tomas Wroblewski, as the crowd lets the first official know how they feel about that one. All over the top. Soares was up to it. Beltran. Blake chasing. Soares wins another header. It's a Rangers throw.
Yeah, it'll be a difficult decision if it stays 1-0. Who you have for man of the match? Campese scored the goal, went off early. Blake had the assist, came on at halftime. Dubé played really good for all 90 minutes, had a handful of good chances in the first half, and has put in some good defensive work here in the second half. Wroblewski, and that'll do it here at War Memorial Stadium. 1-0, another clean sheet. And a few Rangers players immediately hit the ground as they are exhausted. Really good job by these Rangers of maintaining this clean sheet. 1-0 victory. Max, who you got for man of the match?
Well, Wroblewski got it when Blake bagged the brace, so I'll give it to Ethan Blake tonight.
Yeah, he came on and was the difference maker. I have to agree with that one. As much as Wroblewski is probably my 1A and honorable mention with Stefano Campese right behind him, Ethan Blake has been the difference maker for this team. We've been keeping clean sheets. He's been coming on and getting us the goals. He does so again here tonight. Another first half clean sheet, another second half goal. And this Rangers team is still one of only 2 teams in the country to not concede a goal. The other team will play Tuesday.
I believe so. Ventura County Fusion set to play a couple this week. So we'll keep our eyes peeled on that.
But yeah, it just speaks a lot to the way this team is played and the way these coaches coach that we still have a clean sheet and may end up being the team with the clean sheet the longest into the season. 2 former defenders, a former goalkeeper coaching these guys, and they work phenomenally well as a unit. And Wroblewski is just a machine back there. He really is, Max.
Yeah, it was Blake's 6th goal involvement in 6 games, and he's only started half of those. He's been electric as a super sub for the Rangers as they stay unbeaten, but this one may just be marked with a little bit of controversy on that first half chance for Hattiesburg. That could have been the opener, could have been the first goal that Rangers conceded, but offside flag in their way. So the Rangers on top. They stay unbeaten and go 6 points clear atop the Mid-South. As there's the combination from Ethan Blake and Stefano Campese. Usually it's the other way around with Blake as the finisher. Rangers take all 3 points, go 6 points clear at the top. They have 3 on the road. It'll be almost a month until they're back here at home, July the 6th against second place Louisiana Crew. Things heating up here as we enter the second half of the regular season in USL League 2. For Daniel Lane and the rest of the great team here at War Memorial Stadium, Max Coltrane signing off. Rangers 1, Hattiesburg FC 0.